never tried anything new? Now for the best part of the evening, table topics. And so I don't spoil surprise, I'm going to ask David to come on stage and introduce what's going to happen in the next 20 or so minutes. Thanks, David.
Good evening, everyone. Lovely to see you all. Wonderful to see so many guests tonight and so many volunteers. So let me just explain the process of table topics. But before that, I'll give you my quote, which comes from Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. He was a clever man, Henry Ford. So table topics is the impromptu speaking. You don't know what the topic's going to be. Some people get very nervous about that. Other people find it kind of exciting. It's a great introduction to Toastmasters because you come up here and you speak for just 1 to 2 minutes. So in terms of the light system, at 1 minute the light goes green, at 1.5 minutes the light goes amber, and at 2 minutes the light goes red. This is your chance to come up and see what it feels like to be on stage. And if I give you a topic that you haven't got the scoobies about what it is, come on up anyway and just talk. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. And you can just wing it. I've seen some amazing table topics where they'll start on something and realize about 10 seconds in, they haven't a clue what they're talking about, but they'll just go off on a tangent and tell us a story. And that's the wonderful thing about table topics. You can do whatever you like. So this evening, I've got 4 of our guests who have very kindly volunteered. I might just pick on 1 or 2 members as well, just to have a little bit of fun. So, the first topic, and I must say, this evening there will be no table topics about Brexit. There will be no politics generally, unless you choose to layer it in, but not from me. There will be no memorials to the fact that it was 18 years ago was 9/11. We're just going to have some fun. Now I'm going to go out on a limb a bit here. I said I wasn't going to say anything about politics, and I'm not. But for those of you who follow politics, there was an interesting ruling came from Scotland this morning. We won't discuss that. But it made me think as I was coming up with my topics. One of Scotland's oddest delicacies is the deep-fried Mars bar. If you've never been to Scotland, you'll think, what is he talking about? If you've been to Scotland, you may well have tried one. I have. It was quite disgusting. The deep-fried Mars bar. So the table topic is, tell us about your favourite unhealthy food, and that goes to dill. Your favourite unhealthy food. Your favourite unhealthy food.
Just trying to think what my favorite unhealthy food is. I would say my favorite unhealthy food would probably be instant noodles. Because living in Hong Kong, I have been exposed to noodles quite a lot, and I absolutely love it. And in here, even when I was there, I used to eat loads of instant noodles because they were quick and it's very easy and quick to eat. And you just put whatever you like, vegetables, any ingredients you like, and just boil them and eat. It's very simple and quick. And moving here, I would say it's not common. Instant noodle is not common, but you still get some of them in Chinese stores and some, I think, ethnic food stores. And I still really love that Korean taste and flavor, even though it's not really healthy for me. I'm trying to be more healthy, but that noodle is just too, it's just too irresistible. I mean, it's just too good. So, yeah, thank you.
Excellent. Well done, Dill. And bravo for being our first volunteer. Okay, my next topic. What is the worst instruction manual you have ever read? What is the worst instruction manual you have ever read? And that goes to Nazanin.
Right. Where do I begin? Wow. Worst instruction manual I've ever read. I wouldn't know. I don't read instruction manuals. Simple as that, right? But, so what can we spend this time talking about? Because I simply do not read the instruction manuals. I'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, it does usually work, but I don't put things together for myself actually, which makes me think, is this the idea of domestication? Women being able to do certain things and men not being able to do certain things? I mean, with the men in this room, do you feel that you are the main task holder at home when it comes to building things? Will they raise their hands? Can we see? It is? But why do you feel like that? How does it make you feel to put things together? Very interesting thought, isn't it? Because I actually volunteer some of my time with a charity for helping women flee domestic abuse. And the whole concept of men and women and their position in society is very interesting to me. So I've done some bit of research, and it's just really fascinating. We're all human. We're all pretty much out, science has actually proven that we don't have many parts in our brains that are different from men, and it's quite similar. But why is it that we raise women and men so differently? For us to believe that we can be good at certain tasks and we can't be as good at certain tasks. I never took that upon me to kind of be interested in it because my brother did. Have I been more influenced to pursue such things? Perhaps I would have been interested into it. You just never know. So I guess this topic or this kind of speech is to kind of just ignite some thinking behind it. Maybe it's that interest, perhaps it's not. But thank you very much.
That's all right. And that was a perfect example of, I can't talk for 2 minutes about that, so I'm going to come up with my own subject. Well done. Excellent. Number 3. Number 3. Catherine, why should people be scared of the dark?
Me.
Why, no, people generally. Why should people be scared of the dark? You'll be fine. Come on. Why should people be afraid of the dark? The dark outside, it's dark. If you wake up in the middle of the night, it's dark.
No light.
No light.
No light. Oh, it's so difficult. The first one is my English is not so good, and the second one is so many people here. People don't know. I'm quite clearly understand the topic. So if I make mistake, don't laugh at me. Okay. Teacher means why people scared of
the dark. Yeah, when there's no light.
No, there's no light. Well, before I came to London, people told me that in winter it becomes dark from 3 o'clock begin. So I was quite afraid because I don't have this experience before. So I'm thinking, how can I pass this winter period? I was so nervous. So I just want to ask everyone, there's no light in the road, or when you go out, they are all very dark. I don't know. So it's quite interesting for me. I'm sorry. Maybe it's no concentrate with this topic.
That's wonderful.
Thank you, everyone.
Very good. Again, an example of just making it up and carrying on. This is your moment on stage. Something else I'd just like to say for those of you who do feel nervous about coming up here. Every single one of us in this room has been up here for a first time. Every single one of us who is up here knows what it feels like, knows what it's like to be scared, knows what it's like not to know what you're talking about. We pride ourselves that this is the safest and friendliest place in London for you to learn about your public speaking. So well done, and please, if I can. Okay. You've fallen in love with an American, and they ask you to explain the game of cricket. Tanush.
So I was watching this interview of a famous, apparently famous journalist interviewing the current captain of Indian cricket team, Virat Kohli. And he was then given a go and play cricket in a field. That man had no clue. He thought he was holding a baseball bat, but he was not. He was holding a cricket ball. How can I introduce a game of cricket to American? It's a game of baseball mixed with Coco, but Americans won't know that either. That's also an Indian game. Well, the best way I can explain it to them is come enjoy the party, the jamboree that happens in an Indian match, or maybe any other match for that matter. It's become so popular now, and West Indies, and experience it for themselves. Very recently there was a game that was played, or a couple of games played in Florida. I believe it would have made some entry, and in fact you'll be pleased to know USA has got an official team. In fact, the very first international cricket match happened between England and USA. Not many people know that. And it was in 1890s sometime. So something went wrong and the cricket fell on the wayside in popularity. But how I would introduce any American friend of mine a game of cricket would be to take them to that madness that plays out in those 30 yards circle. And it's an absolute joy. I've been only there for once, but I can tell you it's an experience. So thank you so much, Mr.
Okay. What is the worst song lyric you have ever heard? What is the worst song lyric you have ever heard? Nishta.
You are now going to hear the worst lyrics of a song you've ever heard. Okay? Imagine people are afraid of dark. Into the kitchen, thinking somebody is eating your favorite unhealthy food. But you're scrambling in the dark, and then you find the worst instruction manual has gone missing. But I can't sing, so I'm just gonna. And then you hear a knock on the door. You open the door and you see there's an American
Well, do maybe a couple more.
Maybe two? Okay. Why is it great to be the life of the party? Why is it great to be the life of the party? And that goes to Kate. A fellow Canadian, I might add.
Yeah. Why is it great to be the life of the party? So that I can sit over here and watch you and laugh at you and enjoy how much fun you're having, so that nobody can look at me and talk to me because I'm an introvert, believe it or not. So I love the life of the parties. They're fabulous. They get all the attention, right? And I love to laugh at them and stand on the periphery, you know, sit and talk to the dog, and then look around and look at the life of the party and enjoy them, and then talk to the dog, and you know how it is. And then I slowly run out the door, go home. That's it.
And for our last topic, tell us about a time when you knew that you had blown a job interview. Tell us about a time when you knew that you had blown a job interview. And that goes to Paula.
Interesting, because actually this has happened to me. And it happened about, well, a long time ago, 10, 20 years ago, and it was about the second job that I went to after qualifying in my studies. And I remember it was actually in sales, and I walked in to this room, and you know how you get a feel? Yeah, an interview, it's not just about you, actually how you're going to enjoy the job, it's whether you fit from the employer's perspective. And I remember I waited for 1 hour in the reception area, 1 hour late. And I remember seeing the receptionists, and what caught my eye was the fact that they were talking about a new member of staff who started a week before. I get called in, have my interview, and then I'm told I need to go and see the managing director. Knock on the door, I'm called in, I go in, managing director, no word of a lie, is sitting on one of these hideous leather armchairs, feet extended, arms at the back of his head, and says, have a seat, which I do. Starts asking me all these really random questions. So, do you drink alcohol? And it kind of continued in that vein. Is there anything that sort of unnerves you? Because you seem to be somebody who's pretty measured. And I said, actually, yes. Coming in this morning, sitting in a reception area 1 hour late to start the interview, and no apology. And if I'm totally honest, the questions you're asking me, I don't see the relevance of. It doesn't test my ability to do the job, so there's your answer. Interview continued, I stayed to the end. Following day I get a call saying I've been offered the job. And I said thank you, but no thanks, because I don't think we're a good fit.
Well, that was a fun saga tonight. You were all heroes, you all went on a journey, and I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. I will now hand back to our Toastmaster, Simon.
Right, this could be my penultimate quote. We may punish you for a couple more. The journey of 1,000 leagues starts beneath one's feet. A bit of trite quote. Right, it's now time for us to vote on the best table topics. Unfortunately, I omitted to take a list of the names. So if Cam can provide a list of the names, as well as the times of the table topic speakers, we'll be killing two birds with one stone, and I'll be most obliged. Thank you.
Always happy to help, Simon. And the first speaker was Dick. Did I get that right? Yeah. One of Scotland's oldest delicacies, the deep fried Mars bar. Never tried it. What is your favourite unhealthy food? And Dip took 1 minute 32 seconds. The second speaker was Anthony? No.
You can say Naz.
Okay. Worst instruction manual you have ever read. He took 2 minutes 19 seconds. Third speaker was Catherine. Why should people be scared of the dark? That was 1 minute 31 seconds. Fourth speaker was Tanuj. You've fallen in love with an American and they ask you to explain cricket. Great personal choice. And he took 1 minute 42 seconds. The fifth speaker was Nish. And her question was, what is the worst song lyric you have ever heard? And she took 1 minute 5 seconds. Sixth speaker was Kate. Why is it great to be the life of the party? And she took 53 seconds. A few more seconds and you would have made it to the 1 minute mark. Hold on to the green light next time. And our last speaker was Paula. And her question was, tell us about a time when you knew you had blown a job interview. And she took 2 minutes, 1 second. Thank you. Okay, and so for your voting, the names are
Dill.
Sorry, Dill. Sorry, Dill. Yeah, Dill. Naz.
Yes.
Naz. Sorry, Naz. Okay,
Nan will do, it's fine.
Catherine, Tanuj, Nish, Kate, and Paula. I think as long as you get the first letter right, you should be all right. Okay, thank you.
We have 1 minute on the clock, please. Sharon.
Yeah, that's cool.
Before I call on Matthew to give the evaluation of the table topics, another quote. All this love, it's soft, it's huey, there are only things. So, calling on Matthew now to present a report on table topics. Matthew.
Before I start the table topic evaluation, I just want to talk about a mentoring programme, what we are starting here at our children's club. So a couple of meetings ago, I was on my way out and David and Tanuj were talking about they needed a mentoring ambassador. I got 1 foot out and then I asked, oh Matt, would you be interested in this? And I came back and I was gladly offered because just to offer something back to the club is great, for what the club's given to me. So what we'll be doing is looking for mentors. So especially from our like, sort of experienced speakers and mentees. So for a mentee, this is a great opportunity to learn from some fantastic speakers here. And for the mentors, just to quote Abraham earlier about having experience is no use if you're not going to apply it. And so for the experienced speakers, this is a great opportunity to apply that experience of what you've got. So I've got some guidelines, so like it's just a sheet of paper and a way of setting goals. I'll be bringing those into the meetings and I'll be placing them on the tables. As well as that, I'm just going to be going around asking people to be mentors and mentees. So I'll crack on with the table topic evaluation. So, yeah, table topics tonight, fantastic. I mean, I think a lot of people think we're absolutely crazy that we'll decide to do a speech in front of people with no preparation whatsoever. But that we actually do it, and that the people who came up and did it tonight is a massive well done on its own. So I'll start off with Dill. I liked how you came up here and as soon as you started talking, you took your time, you didn't rush, you was very calm, natured, what I very much liked, and you found the topic on noodles, and you was just able to keep going off that, and I thought that was really good. Just a recommendation, just to move around just a little bit more. I thought you was like hiding yourself a little, but very well, good speech, well done. So next is Naz. Yeah, great posture, fantastic. Really opened up your arms. You was, I know at the beginning, you was looking for sort of rabbit holes to go down, and then as soon as you found something, it was fantastic because you went down from, God, you started off, what did you start off on? You started off on about not knowing about manuals, going into like men and women's brains and all that. Yeah, so that's really well done. Catherine, what I liked about yours is you came up and you was really, really smiley. Was fantastic. So I could see that. And obviously you was a bit nervous about doing it at the beginning, but when you did stand up here and you started using a few hand gestures, and I noticed that you really just decided to, warm into it, and I thought you did a great job. So I think to do it again, yeah, you definitely should. Tanuj, I thought David came up and handed this to you on a plate. He definitely threw you a bone on this one, and yeah, a great, one of our experienced speakers. I thought you did a good job with your posture, your hands, your rhythm of speech. One thing I did like was your volume. Where I think it was the word, in fact, when you said that, it just changed and you just grabbed my attention. I was just like, wow, what's going to come next? So yeah, very well done. So Nish, what I liked about yours is that, so there's Nish. Oh, sorry, yeah. What I liked about yours is that you was just enjoying yourself. I found that song lyric, what you said, very moving, about seeing American in the dark. Actually got me thinking quite a lot about that, so I don't think it's a terrible song lyric whatsoever. But I think what drew me to Toastmasters were the table topics, and I love just how fun it is, and you just showed that, so yeah, very well done. Kate, yeah, what I liked about yours, the posture straight away. You, so I found yours just really, really comical. I mean, when you've got your topic, you don't have to make it too interesting or funny. but you can just, as long as you just keep talking about it, you made it so comical with just the way you use your body and your posture, and you went talking to the dog. Yeah, very much enjoyed it. Thank you very much. So Paula. Yes, I think you are a very good storyteller. I think that's what you came up and showed tonight. You had that story in your head and you just told it so well. Like, I think there's one bit where I could just kind of imagine being there, and it's at that point when you was pointing out the chair and what your director was sat on. So yeah, well done for that. Very much enjoyed it. Only note I would say to people tonight is you don't need to say thank you after you've done your speech. We are very polite people, but we should be thanking you for coming up here. So yeah, that's it, Mr. Toastmaster.
Right, we're now going to vote on the best evaluator, including the table topics evaluator. So the 4 evaluators were Irina, who I don't think is with us this evening now. The second is Jayesh. The third is Anuj. And the fourth is Matthew. We have a minute on the clock, please. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. And tabletops is a good way of getting around that. I'd like to now call upon Sermit to give the grammarians report and also the R report too. Sermit?
So it was a great evening today, and to start with, when Simon started, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. I think that set the tone of the meeting today. And after that, there was some good usage of language which I would like to emphasize upon. I may not point out each and individual person who used that or not, but I can bring out some of the common patterns, some of the common usage of some words which was used beautifully, and some of the other patterns which we can avoid. Now, the first thing that struck me was when Amit started with this. Amit, who was the speaker one, he started with World War II. Now that brought out a lot of emotions as to like, this is not a technology which is something new, but like he could have said this is 40 years old, 50 years old. But when you bring out the words like World War II, this brings out a lot more emotions within the speakers. So that was something very well done. The other words that was used was digital crooks, barter to cashless. Now these are the kind of words which bring a lot of life to the speech. This is something good speakers continuously use. Then there was another speaker who used, she was culturally ambiguous. Now this was quite interesting, because like people would like to know about why is she culturally ambiguous? Like you might be ambiguous about some a topic A or 2, but culturally ambiguous. And then repeating, where are you from? Where are you from? This is a power of repetition, which also emphasizes the point that the speaker is trying to make. I can be whoever I can be. That's again some sort of a repetition which emphasizes the point that speaker wants to make, and well done for that. Ibrahim used business brain, which is a sort of an alliteration. We can use something like magical month of May, which brings in a lot more attention to that particular point that you're trying to make. Lost time, lost money, lost university. This is again a power of repetition which draws you in. Then there was, in the evaluation, Irina mentioned breathing when she wanted to stress a pause. Then there were other speakers who mentioned pigeonhole, motivated and leaning towards. And then there was another speaker who mentioned chronology and flashback. Much more descriptive words. Flatlined, euphemism. These are the sort of words which, when you are speaking impromptu or you're having a prepared speech, kinds of adds color to your language. Then there were a few other speakers in table topics who mentioned too irresistible, too good. This is your chance, this is your chance. Madness that plays out in 30-yard circle. Now these are again very descriptive words which should be used. In terms of the improvements that we can make, in this evening we used a lot of words, which is a lot of filler words. So, like, basically, you know. These are the sort of words which we generally use in day-to-day life. But up till and unless we point them out, I might be using it, I do use it to be honest. But up till and unless it has been pointed out to us, it would be something which becomes a second nature. So, and kinds of, it makes you lose the meaning of the words. So that was my assessment for tonight. Mr. Toastmaster.
Mayor Culper, I apologise, I forgot to ask the timekeeper to give the times for the evaluators. Timekeeper, can we have those times, please?
Thank you. This is the last time I'll be up tonight. So the times for the evaluators. Number 1 was Arena. She did her evaluation in 3 minutes 29 seconds. The second evaluator was Jayesh, 2 minutes 37 seconds. The third evaluator was Tanuj, 3 minutes